One thing I have learned on my journey is that there are blocks that are sometimes placed on us from our parents or from our surroundings. Know that you have to believe that you can feel unblocked because you're giving it power by acknowledging like, I'm blocked. You're putting that out in the universe. Remember like what we said, the sayings that people live by that you've heard, what goes around comes around, what you get is what you give. Those are real things. And you subconsciously, and that subconscious mind is just as powerful as the conscious one. When you say, I'm feeling blocked, or man, I'm down bad. You know, I've heard people just say all these things that they put on themselves, like, I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. So, okay, imagine if you're in front of the universe and God, and he's like, whatever you say, I'm gonna give back to you. Like, whatever you say, I'm gonna give it back to you. So you sitting up here like, I can't figure it out, man. I can't make money. I can't do this. I can't do, you know, I feel like it's like, even when I did feel blocked, and if I did think that, I never owned it. And I'd be like, no, okay, I gotta switch that. I gotta feel better. So the first key to unblocking something is acknowledging that you are blocking yourself.
In this clip, we hear Big Sean describe how to stay motivated as a rapper by remembering arguably the main thing that defines rappers, the power of their words. That ability to speak truth into existence is one of the keys to Big Sean's success, as we'll hear him describe in a minute, but let's first let him talk about one of the darkest moments of his life where he would first test his own ability to stay motivated as a rapper, helping to remind us of this quote, "It's often darkest before the dawn."
And it didn't work out at first. You know, it didn't work out for me. You know, I was like, and that was the first time in my life where I hit a very big wall of depression, a very big wall of anxiety, a very, you know, pivotal moment in my life where I just didn't even feel like living. And this, you know, not to be dramatic, I was 18 years old, you know, but they are defining moments in your life. And when you're around 17 or 18, because you're around the same time, and that's a pivotal moment, you know, coming out of high school, and all my friends went to college. I didn't go, you know, I ended up meeting Kanye West, right? Rapping for him. This was my idol. This was my number one person who I wanted to sign to. And I felt like I manifested that.
Big Sean wasn't your stereotypical street rapper who engaged in a lot of illegal activities prior to fame. In order to manifest his own success, in fact, he had to go against the normal grain set out for his middle-class life of going to college like his family, and had to actually believe that an academically thoughtful kid could make it in the rap game. Although many people might see growing up in an academic family as an advantage, Big Sean had some of his darkest moments in his life, realizing that he believed in his own music so much that he was willing to give up college for the chance at becoming a rapper. In this quote, we see Big Sean recounting how his darkest moment came right before he met Kanye West, and his ability to translate his own visions into reality helped him to stay motivated as a rapper. And translating visions into reality is step 2, visualize the details.
What's up, AD? I'm Big Sean. Welcome to my house. Let's go, come on. And this is a no shoe household. I do have on shoes, but my shoes have been cleaned, and it's my house. Seriously though, this house has been feng shuied properly. Originally, this was Slash's house from Guns N' Roses, so it has a lot of history. The whole house used to be kind of like a darker gothic tone. I kind of brightened the whole thing up. This is a special art piece that I made for my song One Man Can Change the World with John Legend and Kanye. It's a song I wrote about my grandma, who was one of the first female black captains in World War II, one of the first female cops in Detroit, and the strongest person I ever met still to this day, so.
Sean's skills at visualization have become so fine-tuned over the years that he used to, in his own words, manifest even his own dream house. Here we see a famously spiritual Big Sean giving a tour around his home with industry-leading design publication Architectural Digest, discussing how feng shui is a big part of his home life and much more. Big Sean has visualized the detail of his home down to the fact that the copper rings are dotted around the interior to help with the energy. The classic saying, tidy house, tidy mind, is obviously important to Sean, and that desire for clarity feeds into his work ethic and professional career. For all of the artists out there watching, have you visualized your success down to the point you know exactly what your dream home will look like? Even further, do you treat your current studio and workspace with the same respect that you will treat your future baller mansion? Big Sean shows respect for his space partially because he's always visualized the details. He's a germaphobe, doesn't let people wear shoes in his house, he meditates and visualizes what the future holds, which allows him to see a clear path forward, something to aim towards. A clean, clear space acts as a blank canvas for him to focus his creativity on, which leads us to step number 3, a focused mind leads to focused music.
You know, I wasn't lying in the song where I was like, life got me meditating. You know, I really be like getting my mind right before I get in the booth. When I meditate, man, I usually go somewhere super quiet, you know, where I'm just by myself. First of all, I close my eyes, I get real centered. You know, my mind be racing. I try and slow it down as much as I can, concentrate on my breathing.
Big Sean's connection to spirituality and meditation feeds into his art, which feeds into the way he visualizes his future. And that cycle of creativity can be an inspiration to any up-and-coming artists who want to make their own unique mark and achieve their artistic dreams. If you yourself are interested in a more organized motivation course on how to stay motivated as a rapper, click the first link in the video description to check out our Freestyle motivation course that comes as a free bonus to our best-selling training for more info. But recognize how Big Sean doesn't just puff the lie to get zoned in rap. He has a specific regimen for his motivation, in this case meditation, which helps ground him. Rather than simply letting the fates and muses give whatever rap that day they want, the minute you get in the studio, consider having a more organized series of steps before getting into the booth. The truth of the matter is, artists who struggle to stay motivated to rap often haven't risked enough, often enough, to get that mastery level. You have to do what Big Sean has done in his own life, described in this next step. Take the chances life gives you. As we've already discussed, Big Sean's life story is steeped in visualization and believing in himself, making him synonymous with speaking his dreams into existence. He went to Cass Technical High School in Detroit, Michigan, known for producing big names, and he was the rapping guy in his time at the school. He would freestyle at the local radio stations and generally make himself known around the city. During his time at Cass Tech, Kanye West happened to visit Detroit, and while he was there for an interview, Big Sean's friends big upped him to rap for Kanye. Kanye West was a huge star, and most high school age kids would have totally bailed on an opportunity like this, but not Big Sean. In typical visualizing the person you want to be fashion, Big Sean used his sense of self-belief to his advantage, went to the radio station, and basically leapt on this opportunity to rap for Kanye. A couple years later, Kanye signed him, and the rest is history. Since then, Big Sean has worked with many of his heroes from Eminem to Jay-Z. Most people only dream of these kind of collaborations, but he made them into reality by taking every opportunity life gave him and believing he could turn them into something special. Which leads us to the final step: believe in yourself and don't get in your own way. Self-doubt is the curse of so many people, and it can result in the kind of lost opportunities that can make or break a career. So when Big Sean says, it doesn't matter if you don't have money, don't say you don't have money, he's forcing you to put your excuses aside and be proactive. Since he didn't come from a family of entertainers, you can see how this mentality has helped him gain success. I mean, similarly, when he says it's never too late to be who you want to be, he's reminding you that you always have the power to make positive choices and turn your life around. If he hadn't had the courage and self-belief to rap for Kanye that day, Big Sean might not have become the huge name he is today, and the only person holding him back would have been himself. This positive spiritual mindset has not only resulted in power and money, but creative collaborations that reach around the world. His spiritual mantra of believing in the kind of life you want and the life that will follow got him to where he is, and he's a living, breathing example of everything he wanted to do. From a simple college-bound kid at a Detroit high school to a household name artist with literally millions of dollars, Big Sean has well and truly made his mark. Through determination, self-belief, and personal spiritual connection to his work and creativity, he's a firm embodiment not only of success in hip-hop, but the American dream itself. Now, if you found this video inspiring, check out our playlist by clicking one of the videos on the screen where you'll hear rappers such as Kanye West talk about how to stay confident as a rapper, 50 Cent teach rap songwriting, Eminem teach how to start rapping, and a lot more. I've been your host, Drew Morrissey, for How to Rap. Big homie Drew, and I'll see you on the next one.